Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Great Father Satan, Ave Great King Lucifer, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Lord Astaroth, Ave King Azazel, Ave King Pazuzu, Ave King Asmodeus, Ave King Asmodee, Ave to every demon and every demoness that's in existence, the ones that we know about and the ones that we don't know, the ones that have names and the ones that do not have names. I'm sure they got names in their own ranks, but us as humans just don't know them. But I'm sure at some time we will, at some point in history. Sooner the better, actually, in one way, because this world is pretty fucked up in a lot of different ways. Mostly, you know, giant bullshit. That's what pretty much got it screwed up. Giant religions. Because I was thinking about it today, actually, and I looked it up on the internet too. I checked out my history, my family history, and apparently I have, well, an ancestor of mine. I don't know if I would call her an aunt. I don't know if it would be an aunt, uncle, grandmother, or, well, not grandmother, but way back in the family tree. Apparently, I have a woman, I'll say she's, you know, great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, something like that, who was burned at the stake. Now, I didn't know that. And I'm willing to bet that if I asked my mother, because my father's not alive no more, Dad's gone. Well, Father Satan is my father, but my dad was my dad. Right? Now, with that being said, obviously my she was burned at the stake for apparently her belief system. Now, the only belief system I can see her being burned at the stake for way back when is witchcraft, or, you know, practicing the occult, or left-hand path as we call it nowadays. But I would say practicing witchcraft. Now, to me, that kind of sucks. Now, it sucks a lot more, because it sucked anyway. And I was totally against it regardless. Like even back the ones that were killed in Salem. In the Salem witch trials. So-called Salem witch trials. It was basically a hunt. And a bunch of Zion assholes that decided our way or no way. The same thing in the Renaissance period over in Europe. Same bullshit. Same shit. Millions of people killed just for because they didn't want to believe what they didn't want to follow the sheep. Just because they didn't want to be sheep and follow the herd. They decided, oh, we'll kill you because you don't believe in this anyway. You got your own thing. Or you got a freckle here that you shouldn't have. Or you got a mole here that you shouldn't have. Or you got a dimple here that you shouldn't have, or you got a birthmark you shouldn't have. So you're a witch, so we're going to burn you dead. We're going to burn you alive. Or if we don't burn you alive, we'll hang you. And if we don't hang you, we'll drown you. So either way, you're getting it. Which, to me, and which to me is now, and it is now and has always been, as long as I can remember, it's totally wrong. It was back then, it was way back when, in my honest opinion, and it still is. And it always will be. And the only thing now keeping them idiots away from harming us as true Satanists, true sinister Satanists, or harming us as, or trying to harm us, is a better way of putting it, is, I think, prison. Because otherwise, they would probably still be doing the same bullshit. They still try to burn us alive. Or try to hang us or drown us. Throw us off a bridge and with rocks around our neck, or a big brick, or whatever they used to do. And if we floated to the top, great. If we didn't, if we stayed sunk, we were considered, oh yeah, you're a witch. But if you come up alive, you're great. Yeah, that's pretty hard to do if you're tossed off a bridge with a rope wrapped around your neck with a big bag of rocks tied onto it. Yeah, your luck of getting out of that is 0. But, with that being said, I was always totally against it. I always will be. I get discriminated now for my satanic beliefs. Well, I don't really get discriminated, but there's, you know, because if anyone said anything to me, I just tell them point blank. And if they didn't like it, too bad for you. You know, that's the way I am. That's the way I've always been, and that's the way I'm always gonna be. You know, if somebody don't like my belief system, you don't have to be around me, man. It's your choice. You know, but in saying that, our ancestors didn't seem they really even have a choice, because if they had a mole or something that looked different, or if they were at a place in the community or had a crippled or were crippled or something like that, they just killed them anyway and said that they were in cohorts with the devil. I think that's the word to use, was cohorts with the devil. Now, how many millions, because nobody knows. Nobody knows the true amount of people, and I'm willing to bet they don't know the true amount of people that are in. I'm willing to bet, and actually I would put money on it, I'm willing to bet that they do not know the true amount of people that were even killed in Salem during the so-called witch trials. Now, I'm willing to bet that. Okay? But I can guarantee you that I can guarantee you that the ones over in England and over in Europe, I can guarantee you that they have no idea of the amount of people that have died over there. I can't say died because they never just died. They were murdered, slaughtered. They were slaughtered like animals. Well, actually, animals got slaughtered better because they were burned alive. And the ones that weren't burned alive were hung. The ones that weren't hung were drowned. Like, come on. And you know what? It's all over religion. Because one religion wanted to dominate the world. And you know what? The sad part about it is, they still do. After all this time, and after all, as much as the world advanced, and things changed over periods of time, and all this stuff, they still want to do their they're still doing the same bullshit, except in different ways, but they're still doing the same crap that they were doing hundreds of years ago. And they're still doing the same shit, except in different ways. And obviously, I can guarantee you the satanic community is discriminated against. Big time. But in saying that, I just gotta have a quick look at something there. Oh, it's just books. Yeah, it's just a bunch of old books. But in saying that, the satanic, you know, discriminated or not, Father Satan is with every one of his true children. Fakes and the phonies? No. Sorry. You're going to get nothing on in misery. You might, you know, and the ones that pretend that there's people, because there's people stupid enough, and I'm going to use the word stupid. I don't use that word very often, but I'm going to use, they're idiotic enough, I should say. The people that are idiotic enough to go around and pretend that they're possessed, okay? And I'm going to use the word pretend because I know 100% it is pretend to them, because they believe that if they were really possessed, they wouldn't be acting the way they are. The 3 of them are idiots. There was 2, but now apparently there's 3, from what I'm after hearing. I'm after hearing that there's 3, which to me is the stupidest thing in the world, in my honest opinion. And in saying that, they also, you know, they have no idea what they're dealing with. They have no clue what's going to happen to them. Because I can guarantee them right now, there's nothing good going to happen to them. Because they're 100, and I mean, no, actually, I'm not even going to say 100. I'm going to say, as a really good sister says, 666% positive I am that I can guarantee you they're either going to end up in the psych ward on very strong antipsychotic medication, or they're going to end up offing themselves, which really wouldn't be hurting the world any, or they're going to end up locked up. One of the three. The three of them are. And you know what? I really hope it's the first one. I really do, because I'd love to see the misery and torture that they're going to end up going through. And I'm not joking, I truly would. I truly would love to. Because you do not mock Father Satan, you do not mock King Lucifer, you do not mock Great Lord Belial, you do not mock Great Lord Leviathan, you do not mock beautiful Queen Lilith, King Azazel, any of the demonic. You do not mock in any way, shape, or form. You respect them. You show them honor. You show them love. You show them 666% true belief, not bullshit. And them three idiots, I'm not even going to talk about them no more, because then I waste my breath on them. They're not worth the energy. Neither one of them. But in saying that, I'm going to let you go. This was just a short one. It's really, really hot here today. It's like 40 degrees out with the humidity, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, it really is. You know, you just sit down and the beads of sweat are rolling off you. But with that being said, I'll let everybody go. And I'll talk to you next. I love my true brothers and sisters, 666%. Ave Satanas, Ave Lucifera, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Lord Volok, Ave Lord Beelzebub, Ave Lord King Pazuzu, Ave King Azazel, Ave Lord Varine, Ave and hail to every demon and every demoness in existence. And I'll talk to you next.